Hello friends, my name is Rhiannon, and today we're going to talk about time management and organization for writers. Greetings everyone. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something that is incredibly important during NaNoWriMo, and that is time management and organization. But before we get into it, I just want to say a quick thank you to my sponsor. My what? Yes, my sponsor. I'm super excited to be working with a company called Rhiannon to promote their Preptober and NaNoWriMo planners. I'm going to tell you more about them as a part of this video, but right now I just want you to know that you can use my code HOLLY15 on their website for 15% off their digital planners. And their website is racon.com, WRACON.com, and the code is HOLLY15 for 15% off. And I promise you, this thing will definitely help you get through NaNoWriMo. As we know, November is a pretty big commitment. As creatives, many of us do our best to sit down and create something every day, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I have off days. Days where I wind up reading and going on walks and doing errands, and oops, by the end of it, I am at 0 for my word count. During NaNoWriMo, you really don't want to let this happen. This means not just prepping your writing, but prepping the world around you. Friends, family, obligations, you need to know how you're going to manage everything and still be able to write every day. So to keep this planning process a little more simple, let's start off with a checklist. Feed yourself. Plan your meals by the week or by the entire month, and try to grab all of your non-perishables in one go. Consider the Instapot. The freezer is also your friend. Have roomies or siblings? Prep some bribes to get them to take on some of your chores. A clean space makes for a happy writer. Or at least one that doesn't have to think too much about the mess that's slowly piling up around them. If your work or school life is inflexible, do your best to get your big assignments and tasks out of the way in October, or at least as early in November as you can. See if you can extend deadlines if you notice something that has the chance to interfere big time. It may sound silly to some, but if you ever want to be a full-time writer, you are going to have to make writing a priority. Now, I know that's not always possible with work and school, but if you see that chance, take it. Designate your special writing space. If you have the room for it, try to keep this separate from everything else. Separate from the space where you do your day job or you're studying or where you sleep. You can pretty it up, add some candles, inspiring pictures. If you have a noveling Pinterest, print out some of your inspiration photos and tape those up on the wall in front of you. If your space has a door that you can close, make a do not disturb sign. And assuming that if you're doing that, you are living with roommates or friends or family or a partner, inform them of what you'll be doing this month. Make sure they know how important it is to you. Let them know that you may have to prioritize writing over socializing for a little while. They should understand. After all, it's only 30 days out of 365. Last but not least, find an accountability buddy. A great way to do this if you're stumped is through your local NaNoWriMo chapter. You can find it at nanowrimo.org, and if you happen to not have one, just start your own, and I'm sure that other people in your area will be looking to join in. Once you find or start yours, you can jump into the forums and get involved in in-person or plan in-person events. Hopefully this little checklist twigged your mind to some things that you might have forgotten about that can now help you prepare for the month ahead. If you need help with any of these points, such as, say, explaining NaNoWriMo to the important people in your life, well, I can help you out with that too. So So if you've seen my other videos in this Preptober series of 2022, I'm collaborating a lot with the information put out by NaNoWriMo, as I am officially municipal liaison this time around. So I'm taking what I know and combining it with what they know and trying to create a sort of powerhouse for prepping in Preptober. NaNoWriMo has actually written a whole letter template up for prospective novelists who need help explaining what exactly they're doing to friends and family who may not write. There's always going to be that person who simply doesn't get it, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're just not driven by the all-consuming mental anguish of an author to get words on paper, and that's great for them. So while you may not be able to explain your internal pain and suffering, at least you can explain NaNoWriMo as follows. Dear important person, this November I will be taking part, along with over 300,000 writers around the world, in National Novel Writing Month, brackets, NaNoWriMo. It's a wild, fast-paced creative writing event where the challenge is to write 50,000 words of the first draft of a novel in just 30 days. That's 1,667 words, or about 6.5 double-space type pages a day. For comparison, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is 50,061 words, and The Giver by Lois Lowry is 41,905 words. You might be thinking to yourself, why? Why are you doing this? Won't it be hard? Won't you get frustrated? Bored? Overwhelmed? Thank you for your concern, dear important person. NaNoWriMo is an intense event. It's about committing to a creative project for a month, even if that means staying up late or waking up early. Even if it means the laundry piles up or I don't get to spend as much time with family and friends. It's a month to challenge myself and explore all the dark, dusty corners of my imagination. So yes, it's probably going to be hard, but I hope it will be energizing and fulfilling too, and who knows? I might not do anything else with my draft, but some novels like Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl, Sarah Gruen's Water for Elephants, and Erin Morgenstern's The Night Circus all started out as NaNoWriMo projects. Besides just being your awesome, important person self, here are some ways you can support me during the month. Cheer me on and celebrate with me when I reach milestones. Take on some of the chores I'm normally responsible for. Feed me. Unlike wild animals, writers love being fed. Ask me how my novel is going, but don't push too hard if I don't feel like talking about it. If I give you something to read, treat it like the gift it is. First drafts are precious, messy, delicate things that mostly need encouragement and praise. Editing and constructive advice is for later. Be understanding of why I'm spending so much time alone and maybe unshowered. If I'm writing, try not to interrupt me. You wouldn't walk in on a surgeon in the middle of surgery. Well, hopefully you wouldn't, unless you're a nurse or another surgeon. But back to the point, please give me space to write without distraction. Write with me. NaNoWriMo is notoriously more fun with a buddy. You could sign up at nanowrimo.org, or if you're under 18, you can sign up for the Young Writers Program site at ywp.nanowrimo.org. Thank you, important person. I'm so glad to have you in my creative corner and hope I can do the same for you someday soon. Sign it and you're good to go. And yes, I will be including this template in the description down below. If there isn't room to type it all in, which I don't really know about the word limitations in the description, but if there isn't, I will put a link. So either way, you will have access to it if you'd like to use this. So now that you've prepped your life for NaNoWriMo, how do you then manage NaNoWriMo itself? Finding the time to write can be tough. Not all of us are lucky enough to have writing as a day job or be able to treat it as such. We already have day jobs, and maybe night jobs, and maybe school. The list goes on. Then again, some do have time to treat writing like their full-time job, at least for the month of November. Maybe you're between courses, or you're laid off, or you took your holiday time for writing. Or maybe you're independently wealthy. In which case, hello, buy my book, please. Let's start with those lucky people who have all the time in the world to write. But wait, this can be a double-edged sword. Sure, you have the time, but are you good at structuring that time? I, along with the overlords of NaNoWriMo, would recommend reserving 2 blocks of focused writing time in your day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. This will cut out the potential to blast through the start of the month and exhaust yourself, lessening the chance that you actually finish. Space out your time, aim for 1,667 words per day, and don't overdo it. Try to enjoy yourself. The Pomodoro technique might be something that helps you. Also, writing sprints, which you can find out about in my description down below. I run them on Discord and also here on YouTube every Saturday, except not this Saturday, by the way, because I have too much spooky shit going on. But now, if you're a weekend writer, your week is likely claimed by work, school, other obligations. After a long day at an office, in a classroom, both, you might not be feeling at your creative best. But the thing is, you're also not gonna wanna save everything up for the weekend unless you really relish the concept of writing 6,250 words a day. My recommendation is to aim for short bursts, Monday to Friday, and then add in lengthier sessions on Saturday and Sunday. For your shorter sessions, try starting with an hour. If you can manage 2, do 2. A good goal would be to aim for 800 words every weekday and 4,250 every day of the weekend. I mean, I know that still sounds like pretty high and kind of close to the 6,000, but honestly, as someone who has done 1,600, 4,200, and 6,200 words in a day, there is a really big difference between all 3. And another great tip from the Nano Overlords, leave a hook on your Friday writing session. That means stopping when you're feeling the best about what you're working on. This could be in the middle of a scene or even a sentence so that you can dive right back into the thick of things when you start up on Saturday and need that larger word count. Now, if you are coming at NaNoWriMo as a rebel, and you really just want to try out this challenge and get something creative out of yourself by the 30th, you don't have to commit to 50,000 words or a first draft your first time or even your third time. I happen to be doing Rebel Rhymo this time around. I'm doing 50,000 words, but it's an existing project, so it's not a full first draft. So feel free to commit to Rebel Rhymo and maximize the time available to you. 15 minutes at lunch, 10 minutes on the bus, whatever time you've got while the kids are doing their homework. Use November as a teaching month to show you that there's always time for you to be creative. No amount of time is too small. Write short stories, poems, anything your heart desires. Pro tip? Carry a notebook and pen around with you everywhere. Gym rats usually keep their workout gear in the trunk of their car. You're a writing rat now. Do the equivalent. Last but not least, I want to touch on a great tool for organizing your writing itself, and that is the Rhiannon Planner. And I know it's a sponsored product, but the thing is, I would not accept a sponsor if it wasn't something that I actually believed in and had used myself and genuinely thought would help you, because NaNoWriMo is such an important thing to me. I've said this before and I will say it again and again. It has honestly changed my life. So I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize that. So sponsor, but genuine helpful information. So I hope that you will listen to my little blurb. The planner I'm going to show you today is the Preptober and NaNoWriMo planner. Mine is in black and I've got my name on it. It's a digital download made to be used with GoodNotes 5, NoteShelf, Notability, Zoto, or other PDF annotating apps. And it includes over 70 writing, researching, and planning templates to help you prepare and organize all aspects of your life and novel in order to hit that 50K goal. With it, you also get the Writer Essentials sticker pack, which has pre-cropped GoodNotes stickers, a linked sticker book for other note-taking apps, printable sticker sheets, and over 630 sticker PNGs. The planner is fully hyperlinked and dated monthly, weekly, and daily, plus has border frames for photos and illustration inserts, as well as linked section tabs to ensure quick access. I'm just gonna give you a very quick little run through of the PDF I've got here.
Et voila, here is the Preptober and NaNoWriMo Writer Planner by Rhiannon for 2022 with my name right on it. Here you get to see the menu that shows you just how much is in here. It's crazy. There's a whole segment for October for Preptober, and November NaNoWriMo, and each of those you've got tasks, journal, self-care, and it's divided by month, day, and week. Then you've got the stuff that's my favorite, the novel building and writing sections. For novel building, you've got a story builder, plot builder, character builder, and setting, including overview and scrapbook, which is just really cool. And you'll see that everything is hyperlinked in here, so you can zip around quite easily from the menu. Let's just take a look at the, story builder. Here you go. You see how much is included in here. It's so useful. They've already got questions to get you thinking and developing your story the best way possible. Now, I don't have this filled in, but I do elsewhere. I just don't want to give you any spoilers for what I'm working on, but I do plan on showing that a bit through November, so keep an eye out. If you want to hop around between Preptober and NaNoWriMo, you can do so on the side here. Let's just jump to Preptober. So this is what one of the calendars look like. You have days, and you've got notes, and you've got a little space for goals too. It's pretty cool. And that's just a little preview of this planner. If you want to see more of it, if you want to use it, just head over to Rhiannon's website and it'll be all yours.
And that's the Rhiannon planner. I'm seriously so appreciative to have such a cool sponsor as my very first on the channel. Like I said, I am using this planner myself and wouldn't promote it otherwise. I really think it's going to help you a lot. The price is already awesome at just over $20, but with code HOLLY15, HOLLY15, you can get an additional 15% off. So visit racon.com and check it out. And the site is WRACON.com. Also, if you do get the planner, let me know. I'd love to see how it works for you. And that is it for Preptober. I hope you've enjoyed my little series. I hope these tips from today help you to stay organized during NaNoWriMo and assist in getting you to that end goal for the month, whatever that may be for you. If I have helped, I count that as a win in my book. And seriously, get yourself a download of that planner. Where sprints are concerned, once again, I will not be running them on YouTube today. I mean, it's Halloween weekend, and look at me. This is clearly the most important weekend of the year. I got some things to do. Discord sprints, however, will be back with a vengeance this coming week as NaNoWriMo will officially have started. Be sure to join my server. Link is in the description down below. Sign up for notifications on the event calendar, and let's be creative together. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been here a while, thank you for sticking around. If you haven't yet, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you actually get notified every time I have a new video to share. And I hope that you are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Happy Halloween and goodbye!